Welcome back to Factory Sealed. It is March 20th, 2016. My name's Eric Peterson. Joining me, I hope today, Mr. Daniel Curtis.
Hello, Eric. How the devil are you?
I'm just peachy, Daniel.
Oh, what, Spiffing?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Good. It's just you and me today.
It is. I really dread this because every time this happens, it is a shit show.
It took us 15 minutes just to get the show started.
Well, we've got to do Factory Sealed Unwrapped, let's face it.
Yeah, we do have to give the Patreon supporters something fun to listen to.
Oh, nice segue.
You always have to point it out.
Because segues are terrible things. It's so obvious. Shameless plugs! Shameless plugs!
But if we pull it off well, which I think that was pretty smooth.
It was, but then I just absolutely shit on it from the top.
And if it's a terrible segue...
I stood over it and shit on it. That's what I did.
Were you straddling it or directly on top of it?
No, I stood up.
Just like a vertical crab? I think that'd be worse for you than it would
That's
for me.
That's an entirely different debate.
Do you poop standing up or sitting down?
Do you actually sit on the toilet or not? Who knows?
Are you just in the room with the toilet somewhere? All right, here we go.
Did you not realise Tom kept going in your bath?
I wonder why Christy was cleaning the bathtub.
I hope that gosh darn cheeseburger didn't backfire.
Oh, well, we had a 3.5-hour drive home after that, so it worked.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So Master Yamas was with me for the past week.
He was. How was that?
It was a good time. It was a really good time. We picked him up at the airport last Saturday, so a week ago yesterday. Hung out in Vegas for a couple days, and then took him on a tour of the American West. Went and saw a big hole in the ground. Straddled it.
Just on the road. There's a hole.
Welcome to America. It's our most exciting attraction. Big old hole in the ground.
This is the famous Arizona pothole.
Taken out many a car, ruined many alignments, but goddamn people keep coming.
It's only $1 to see it as well.
Well, shit, this hole in the ground was $30.
You have to pay $30 to go to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff around there, though.
Isn't that so big you could just sneak in?
Well, this is to go to the actual Grand Canyon Village and the visitor center and the museums and stuff.
It's like just populated by lemons.
Lemons, as in old people?
As in lemmings.
Oh, you said lemons.
I said lemon. It's a Geordie accent. Leave it alone.
There was a G at the end of that word.
Lemmings.
Oh. I like.
Crystal's got on those stupid air fresheners that goes off every so often. It just literally scared the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, Christy has those in her classroom too. They're just every 6 or 7 minutes, just.
It'll just be walking past it. It'll just get you in the eyes, and you're like, ah!
My mom used to have one that was motion activated, so every time you walk by it, it sprays you. It's like
is that not just for you because she's trying to tell you your smell?
Well, mothers are a little more subtle.
Okay.
But when we were at the Grand Canyon, there's a huge tourist place, or a bunch of tourists up there. And I walk up to it, I look right at Tom, and I go, thought it would have been bigger. Got a good chuckle out of some people around there.
Oh, you're so witty.
I like Chris Williams' comment.
Toothless old guy in the background going,
it's like the old guys from the Muppets at the top.
Yeah. There's two of them standing next to the Grand Canyon. It's so funny.
Chris Williams left a comment on our picture that we posted that actually was... I got a good chuckle out of it when he posted because I never thought about it. He's like, it's basically just mountains, but lower.
He's right.
Oh.
Reverse mountains.
Inward,
that's what canyons are.
Inward mountains.
Yeah. My favourite picture from your trip was the one where you're at some kind of game or something and you're both having a drink.
Oh, yeah.
And for some reason, Tom looks like he's been recently rogered up the backside and just looks really distressed.
We went to an Arizona Coyotes game, which is NHL hockey.
Oh, right. Was he all right when he went to the toilets?
Yeah, he was fine. I went with him.
Oh, good. Mystery solved, probably. Wow, you walked into that one.
Yeah, damn it. I forgot the whole Rogering thing.
So, in other news, it is 3 weeks until I go to Australia.
Yeah, but you're not going with me or Tom, so...
Come. Buy some tickets.
Well, you should have come on this trip.
I know. But I'm already taking 3.5 weeks holiday at work, and I have 4 days left for the entire year. So...
Well, you can take time off and not get paid.
But that would be stupid, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be American.
Also, English people on benefits as well. They don't bother with that either.
Yeah. We decided, Tom and I, that next year we need to do a group trip somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Such as?
I don't know. That's as far as the conversation.
England's lovely.
It's just because then you wouldn't have to do any traveling.
Correct.
Yeah.
I hear Pity Me in the northeast is wonderful.
I heard Tom has a lot going on.
Roads straight through all the houses.
I don't think I could bring myself to go halfway across the world to a town called Pity Me.
You'd love it. It's so quaint.
If anything, I'd travel to Westward Ho.
Oh, we should go to Westward Ho.
I think we should all go to Scotland and just get sloppy drunk.
That's pretty much accepted in Scotland as the national thing to do. So
Tom really enjoyed the shirt that I got him. We had a good time touring in those.
I saw you modelling it next to the Grand Canyon. It looked very nice.
Yeah, we got a few compliments on him. So I did finally get Tom with an appropriate straddling picture.
Did you?
Yeah, the one with the Grand Canyon.
Oh, I think I saw that, but you didn't find the horse that you wanted him to straddle, correct?
No, I think they took those down.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah, they were pretty dangerously close to the edge.
Well, apparently everybody just falls in the Grand Canyon anyway, so it's not going to help.
Oh, I prefaced our trip to the Grand Canyon with a book I was reading called Death at the Canyon.
Yeah. I think you mentioned this last week.
Oh. Well, that's it then. I'll stop that conversation right there.
Yeah, and then we were talking about people backed off the Grand Canyon trying to take pictures and stuff.
I don't really pay attention.
So where is Yom today?
He is descending into Yosemite Valley.
Where the hell is that?
In California. You've never heard of Yosemite National Park?
I thought that was just something to do with Looney Tunes, to be honest.
Well, Yosemite was a character, Yosemite Sam.
You're going to hate this, but I used to think it was Yosemite.
Like, until just 30 seconds ago, you would have called him Yosemite.
Yosemite Sam.
Can I just stop recording right now?
Yeah, you can.
Like, I'm just going to cut you out.
You just talk for the next hour or so about whatever you want to do. Go nuts.
And then you occasionally pop in with a wrong pronunciation.
Yep.
That's
Tom's pretty much my role.
Today. Look at that big old half dom.
Goddamn Yosemite Sam.
Did you used to talk about him at school and all your friends would give you sideways looks?
I don't think I've ever mentioned him to anyone ever. That's probably why.
Oh.
It's not really a common conversation.
You guys don't just sit and talk about American stuff all the time?
No, we don't know what America is.
Oh. It's the one that got away.
Oh. You've been trying to educate me for years on American history. It's not going to happen.
I gave Tom a pretty...
Something happened on that date that you always go on about. I don't know what.
1776.
Yeah. Was that the day everybody shit themselves?
Just a few guys. It's actually the date that you guys shit yourselves.
We were always doing that.
I do have... Tom has some thoughts to share on American cuisine when he comes back.
Oh, yeah. He sent me that picture through WhatsApp of the biscuits on the board and stuff. It just makes no sense.
Yeah, it does.
But we're not getting into this shit again.
No, we went to one of my buddy's house, and had a game night, and we were just going to grill hamburgers and hot dogs till I told Austin that he'd never had biscuits and gravy, and Austin flipped. He's like, we're going to the store right now, and we're making biscuits and gravy for you. Like, I don't care if it doesn't go together with hamburgers and hot dogs. You're having biscuits and gravy tonight. So we went to the store and got all the stuff. Actually, we sent Christy and Kat, Tom's girlfriend, to the store. To get...
That's very nice of you.
Well, we had to sit around and play Smash Brothers. Brought it back, made it. Tom liked it. He said it wasn't shit.
I don't think it would be necessarily be shit. I just find the concept extremely strange.
It's good. Milk, flour, Italian sausage, spicy, and then biscuits.
What do you like in a spicy Italian sausage?
Some of that Latino fire.
Oh, yeah.
Roger.
Man, it's going downhill again.
We also had a good time with one of your phrases, too. Every time we would look at something that's really nice, we'd look at it and be like, look shite. That was one of the first things that Tom said when he got to the Grand Canyon. You're like, man, if Dan would have been here, look shite, and walk away.
I don't think everything's shite. Just if something is shite, I will call it a shite.
No, but it turned into this thing. Like, every time we tell you something that's really cool, you're like, it looks shite. Hey, how's the new website look? Shite.
You can't have I tell you what, I think it comes from Crystal because she can't take compliments, so I always insult her instead.
What does she do when you try to compliment her?
She just doesn't respond and just like tries and fobs it off. She's just like, nah, not taking that.
So if you tell her that she looks beautiful today.
So I just basically just come out and go, Jesus Christ, you look fugly today. She knows what I mean.
No, but what does she do if you give her a compliment? Like, does she just say,
She just really doesn't take them. She doesn't like them.
So she'd rather be insulted.
Yep. She's mad as a box of frogs.
I don't think a box of frogs would really be that mad.
I don't know. I'd be hopping all over the place.
I think they just kind of sit there and wait for the box to
What
open.
about if they were singing Froggy Went a Courtin' while they were doing it?
Oh, Froggy went a courting and he did right.
Oh. Ah, good times. Back in the Red Dead Redemption era.
Oh, kill some horses.
No, don't kill the horses.
Poor Jess.
That's my Jess impression.
That was Jess?
What?
Sounded like your normal voice. I couldn't tell.
No, don't kill the horses.
Oh. Yeah, poor Jess. She's got a bunch of crap she's dealing with right now, so hopefully she'll be back next week.
But we're not sure if that's a standing crap or a sitting crap.
It could be a sideways crap. What about a laying down crap?
What about a cocked leg crap?
Like a dog that pees?
Yeah, just lift your leg up in the air. Your egg? Lift your egg.
It'd have to be more like a cannon. Like, you'd have to really get some...
It only works if you've got the squits.
Why are we talking about this?
I'm sorry, everyone. I do apologize. It's like we always say every Sunday. I'm pretty intelligent during the week. Then every Sunday, it's just like everything I've learned that week goes out of my brain. It just starts to melt, and then just gradually gets worse and worse.
We are professional adults in some capacity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I partially blame it on our viewers or listeners because they keep sending emails commenting on the sit versus stand debate, so it never stops.
Because we ask for them.
That's true.
So, speaking of emails...
Oh, segue!
Segue alert! We need some kind of noise.
Segue. It could just be a big fart, because they're always shit.
Yeah. Oh, poor emails. That's a horrible thing to say. We like emails.
No, our segues are always shit.
Oh, yes, our segues.
So therefore it could be a shit sound for the shit segue.
Get that made, son.
Ready?
So ready. Oh, that was a wet one.
Oh, they're always wet.
Why? It's so weird.
What, are your farts just like a big old...
Yeah. Mine play the Final Fantasy fan.
I thought it would have been like the Sonic coin ring.
It depends on how I'm feeling.
You can really flex those butt cheek
If it's
muscles.
if it's a really, really impressive one, it's Final Fantasy.
Like a trumpet too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so emails, factorysealed@manatank.com. We're going to start doing these earlier in the show just to see if actually more people send them. We
did last week.
Yeah.
Continuity.
First one comes from Jack Grant again. He needed to clarify his email from last week. He says, "Hey everyone, firstly, the most important point. When I wrote in last time, it was late and I mistyped. I am indeed a stander." Damn it.
Did he say sitter last week?
Yeah, he did.
Oh. So you weren't kidding when people are still weighing in on this debate?
Yeah, he put, "P.S. I'm a sitter" last time. Like, how do you mess that up?
Make your mind up, Jack. You are allowed to do both.
What if you... Yeah, okay.
Why doesn't anybody who's listening, who usually does it the other way, this week, try it the other way and get back to us. See how you feel.
I think that would end up in just a horrible mess for some people.
Yeah, have some cleaning products ready on the side.
I mean, 30 years of doing it one... Okay, let's take a couple of years off for when I crap my pants. 28 years of wiping my butt one way.
But you could be missing out on an experience that is more joyful.
I don't generally go for, like, I'm going to wipe my butt. How happy can I be today?
I'm surprised with you, to be honest.
No, it's the process of getting to that point that's exciting.
All right.
After that, it's more of like a letdown. It's the sugar crash after all the candy.
Now, see, how do you feel about reading on the toilet?
It's great.
Yeah, I'm with you. But my missus, right, she doesn't agree. She thinks it's really common.
To not read?
Yeah, she does not read on the toilet.
What does she do? Just like sit there and stare at the wall?
I'm pretty sure she doesn't have a shit, to be honest.
She just goes in there to make sure that you think she's normal.
Yeah, I don't think she's human, to be honest. We'll find out. So what is our second email?
Hold on, Jack still's going on. He says, "Now on to the question." If you let me finish, Daniel.
Now, you're going to listen to the question this week.
I'm going to read it verbatim. He even has proper apostrophe placement.
Ew, shit the bed.
Oh, do you use that phrase in your daily life now?
Not that often, but occasionally.
Oh, damn.
Do you just wander around going, what?
Yeah, I do. The first time that my phone went off when Tom was with me, he's like, "Oh God, Dan's with."
You know, it's not just me in the Northeast, right? Like, but I've started noticing it when other people at work say what. They sound exactly the same.
It's like nobody has a fucking clue what's going on.
Yeah, we just communicate with each other by going, what?
Hey, Dan, what? You
What?
give me that pay? What?
Just answer the phone. What?
It wouldn't be the strangest down here. I had to do some research into this because the Spanish / I think it's just the Mexicans. They answer the phone saying bueno, which means good.
What?
Yeah. They'll just be walking around and go, bueno.
Why?
So I didn't understand it either, so I decided to do some learning. Apparently the infrastructure for the telephone lines in Mexico when telephones started to become popular was less than stellar. So the switchboard operators would either mess up the connection or the cabling was bad. So when they would connect it, people would say, bueno, like, is the connection good? And then the person on the other line would respond, so then they would know it would be good. And it just kind of carried forward.
So they fixed it now, right?
Probably not.
Okay. Over here, I think people used to answer the phones by saying the last 4 digits of the phone number back in the day, which is weird.
Of their own phone number?
Yeah, like, so the person knows they've dialed the right thing, but I find this really strange. There's a sitcom called One Foot in the Grave where he always answers the phone by saying that number. And I was like, why is he doing that? So I looked into it, and then apparently it used to be a thing. So
That's even dumber than bueno.
I know. Strange people, man.
So glad we broke free from you guys.
Us too.
All right, on to the question. Following Jess's skirt story, I was wondering, what are some of your most embarrassing stories? Blah, blah, great work. Jack.
Oh, probably the time I split my trousers at school. That was a bad one.
Let's hear it.
Well, that's it, really. I split my trousers.
There's no leading up to it. You just...
No,
my trousers split.
I didn't actually notice I'd done it, and then I looked down at my crotch and I noticed a big gap.
Was that Commando Day?
Yes, I always go commando.
Okay.
And then I noticed it, and then I stayed in school for about half the day, and eventually just had to go and see one of the teachers and go, "I split my trousers, can I go home?"
How old were you?
13, I believe.
Did anybody notice?
Yes.
Did they point and laugh?
Yes, for about a week, but then it died down.
Have you developed a complex now, where every time you put on your pants, you inspect the crotch?
No, because they're not trousers.
Okay, every time you put on your trousers, you inspect your crotch?
Doesn't everybody do that?
No.
And what is yours, Eric? I bet there's a veritable shitstorm of stuff.
Speaking of shit, I don't know if I think I shared this on the Manitank podcast a few years back, but oh god, this had to have been 5 or 6 years ago now. I was with Christy and we were in Walmart, and obviously I had to take a massive crap.
Of course.
But this time, for some reason, we decided to go to a different Walmart. And most of them are set up pretty similarly. I always like to use the bathrooms that are in the back of the store because most people aren't going to use those as opposed to the ones in the front. So the Walmart that we usually go to, in the back, the men's room is on the left, and the women's room was on the right. Well, this time I really had to go, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to text my friend about this one. So I pull up my phone, and I start texting him as I'm walking, and just muscle memory kicks in, and I walk into the bathroom. And as I'm walking to the back, I'm just, something in my brain clicks going, this bathroom looks really different. And I get in there, take a huge crap, and then I hear this little girl's voice.
Oh, God.
And I go, oh, shit. So I finish up, obviously sitting.
Of course. One jiggly.
And I don't know if you guys have these over there, but the larger handicap stalls, if those are free, I generally like to take those. I mean, you got to spread out. So I'm in the way back, and it dawns on me what was so weird about the bathroom when I walked in. There were no urinals.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit. I am in the wrong bathroom. So I text Christy and just say, come to the back. I need your help.
Oh, God, that's a bad text to get when you paint the toilet.
So
Christy, wipe my arse!
I peek through that little gap in the door, and I see this Walmart employee holding the door open. I was like, oh, shit, this is going to be really bad. Because I remember a story from my grandpa when he was probably in the 60s or 70s, had gone into the wrong bathroom and the police showed up. Like,
do you have some kind of Peterson family curse?
I have no idea. So I'm like, okay, well, let's get this out of the way. Christy hadn't responded yet, so I just open the door and just walk out like nothing happened. Walk up to the Walmart employee, and she's just looking at me with this look of disgust. And I went, I'm sorry, I really had to go. I just wasn't looking where I was going. And just left.
Oh,
and I
thought you were going to say a disabled person was going to come in.
Oh, no. No, I told Christy.
That would have been even worse.
I told Christy, I don't care what we have to get. We are leaving now. And we went to the other Walmart.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That is pretty bad.
Yeah. That could have been a whole lot worse. Like, this is in that era where it would have been like, ooh, this guy's a creeper.
I think that would still stand today.
Yeah, that was not my finer moment.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Should we make up embarrassing stories for Tom and Jess? They're not here.
I'm trying to think of if anything super embarrassing happened to Tom while he was here. I don't think so.
Did Jeeves behave himself?
Oh, Jeeves was along for the whole trip.
Of course. Imagine him just dusting the path in front of Tom.
Sir, don't step here. There's dog shite.
Dog shite. Sounds weird when you say shite.
Well, it sounds weird when you say it.
Shite!
Can you just say shit?
Shit.
There you go. Well, get
Shit.
that. Shit. Like it's almost like an EIT. Shit.
Shit.
No, you still have that dumb English accent.
What?
Huh?
Eh?
Huh?
Hey, what you say, son?
Dorothy!
Dorothy, fetch that cheeseburger, goddammit! Hurry up, woman!
The whole time we stopped on the way home from the Grand Canyon, we stopped at Flagstaff, and I took him to the Flagstaff Brewing Company. And from the minute he ordered the cheeseburger, I just kept thinking about that stupid conversation with the gosh darn cheeseburger company. Like, we bet Dan's in the bags. We're going, Dorothy, slap some cheddar on this one. It's going to be real big.
It's the biggest gosh darn cheeseburger you ever seen, son.
Kat got a cheeseburger, not a cheeseburger, but she got I think it was a chicken burger, and she's like, my God, this is the biggest thing I've ever seen.
I bet Tom felt great.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
Hey, make a penis joke.
Third grade humor.
Yay!
Most...
God damn, it's the gosh darn biggest chicken burger I've ever seen, son. Oh, man. Oh, well. Right, second email. God's sake.
Edna,
read that second email.
make sure to set me up for penis joke.
Okay, Bert.
Your penis hasn't worked in years. Okay. The second email comes from Scale Enley, our good old one of our Australian listeners.
Oh.
Just too bad Jess really likes Scale.
She likes that Scale. He sent a Pokemon Snap, didn't he? Was that him?
No, that was Matt.
Oh, yes.
Matt something or other. Matt Buell? Matt Buell? That sounds right.
Yep, that'll do.
Scale writes in, good day, factory sealed crew. Thanks again for all the podcasts. They really get me through the day. I recorded my message this time because pronunciation. I hope the audio quality doesn't suck balls. It probably does. Apologies in advance. Thanks again, Scale Enley. So, we're going to go ahead and play this.
Greetings, Factory Sealed crew. I'm talking instead of writing this time because I can't take it anymore. You're doing it wrong. But don't fear, I can help you do it right. Issue number 1. Biscuits and cookies. In Australia we have both. They're different, very different things. For example, over here we have a type of biscuit called an Anzac biscuit. Never Anzac cookie, always Anzac biscuit. In fact, it's illegal to call them Anzac cookies. I'm not joking. If you sell them as Anzac cookies, you'll get a fine. This is more to do with protecting Anzac as a brand, but it also shows you how seriously we take the cookie versus biscuit debate. Now, there's a lot of complicated rules for determining what makes a cookie and what makes a biscuit, with ingredients and baking times and occasion to eat them, etc., etc. But for the sake of simplicity, follow this rule. Cookies crumble, biscuits bend and break. Got it? You should be able to crush a cookie in one hand and crumble it up. You shouldn't be able to do that with a biscuit. What you septics call biscuits, as in, like, biscuits and gravy, I'm sorry, I have no idea what that is or what you should call them. They aren't biscuits, that's for damn sure. I don't know if jammy dodgers are biscuits or cookies. I mean, they're delicious, and I'm tempted to put them in the cookie category, but I don't know if the Poms on the crew would be happy about that. Anyways, issue number 2. Scones. First off, they're called scones, not scones. You only call them scones when you're taking the piss. But scones are awesome. If you don't like scones, you haven't had good, fresh, delicious scones with freshly whipped cream and strawberry jam. God damn, so good. Issue number 3. Bacon. You're all doing it wrong. Canadian, American, British, you all need to learn your bacon, damn it. A quick lesson in bacon. Canadian bacon is the big meaty bit of bacon at one end, pretty much entirely loin, zero fat. American bacon is the nice, streaky, fatty bit, pretty much entirely belly. British bacon, supposedly the best of both worlds, is the loin with a bit of fat around it and a little bit of streaky belly stuck to the side. Now, as I said before, you're all doing it wrong, because Australian bacon is everything. The entire loin, all the fat around it, and the entire length of delicious streaky belly. The only thing that stops Aussie bacon being perfect is that more often than not, it doesn't fit in your goddamn frying pan. Bigger in Texas. Please. Issue number 4. What happens when you get on Wikipedia and search for aubergine? Oh, that's right, it redirects you to eggplant. Why? Because it's eggplant. It's always been eggplant. The Poms started calling it aubergine when celebrity chefs started going to France and putting on airs. It's pompous and silly, and it just plain doesn't make sense to call it that anyway. Eggplant is way more appropriate. It's a plant? What's it shaped like? Oh, it's a bit egg-shaped. Oh no, we'll call it an eggplant. Done, son. The word eggplant was first recorded in 1763. Calling it aubergine happened way, way later. And you know what it means? What aubergine means? It comes from the French alberge. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, or probably not. But anyway, alberge means a kind of peach. A peach. A goddamn peach, really. What about that vegetable is even remotely peach-like? Issue number 5. Please, I'm begging you. It's Las Vegas. Vague. Plague. Craig. That's how it's said. Seriously, at this point, I think you're doing it wrong on purpose. And if that's the case, okay, you win. Consider my gears ground. I surrender. That's about it. My fiancée is calling me, and my replies of, I can't come to the bed now, honey, someone is wrong on the internet, are starting to grind her gears. Thanks again for the podcast, and keep up the good work. Oh, and one more thing. Hybrid. Sit, then stand. Huh? Thanks again.
Man, I think Scale just talked about every single conversation we've ever had in one go.
He weighed in on every single debate.
That's dedication to the cause, Scale, and I'm impressed. And I absolutely love your accent. It is fantastic.
I think the difference, though, is that his actually has intelligent thought behind it. Ours just has blatant ignorance and name-calling.
Yeah. He's really thought about it. I feel he's been articulating it for the past 3 weeks or so, and then just finally sat down and done it.
I wonder if he had it written out, or just like bullet points.
I don't know. He's a very articulate young man, I feel. Well, thank you for that, Scale. We never had a voice email before, I don't think.
I don't think so either, but I'd be curious. I think I need to do a search as to what Australian bacon is.
See, I'm going to Australia in a bit, so I'm very intrigued by this.
Oh my god, Dan, Australian bacon looks like penises.
What?
You need to see this.
Oh, no.
This is like a penis.
What the hell?
So the shit on the far right is Canadian.
It's a 12-incher as well.
Oh, get some.
Oh, another penis joke! Edna!
They seriously
Edna,
look like...
put another telly on the penis joke, John!
That's two today, Matt!
It's a new record, everyone! You're going to be penis joker of the month if you keep going this way, Edna.
That's another thing we could do at Gosh Darn Cheeseburger Company.
I really, honestly want to do this company. I really think it would work in the deep southwest.
Every meal comes with at least 3 guaranteed penis jokes. Okay, so I'm looking at this bacon.
Yeah.
And on the right side, from inch 12 to about 9.5, or I guess 9.5 to 12, is Canadian bacon, which sucks. And
bacon in Japan was crap as well.
And then from inch 0 to 9.5 is true American goodness bacon.
Mm-hmm.
That
That's
looks
basically our bacon. Our bacon's quite
Yeah, it's the same as American bacon. Delicious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except we don't slather it in sweet syrup because that's just weird.
Oh, no. Tom will agree with me upon that.
Yeah, but Tom's weird.
Well, it's now 2 against 1 plus Cat, so that's 3, and Cat has the vagina vote, so that's 4.
Okay, I'm going to unite the rest of England against you.
Nobody's going to listen to you.
Oh.
Scale mentioned that the only downside is you can't fit it in your frying pan, and this may come as a surprise. Get a bigger frying pan.
They cost money, Eric.
Or
everybody gets paid big wads of cash for sitting on their ass like you.
Or do it in the oven.
That's not the same.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it
Bacon
is.
in the oven is crap compared to frying.
You put it on broil. You move the rack right up below the broiler, and you broil the hell out of that thing.
What the hell's a broiler?
The broiler is at the top of the oven. You know how the heating coils are at the bottom?
A grill.
No.
Yes.
It's still inside the oven.
Yeah.
And then it's a heating coil at the top. It cooks it from the top down.
The grill.
A grill is something that sits outside and you put charcoal or propane into.
Not in England, son.
What is that called?
A barbecue.
What if you're not barbecuing anything?
Who does anything else outside?
When you barbecue something, you put barbecue sauce on it. That's why it's called barbecuing.
No, you don't.
So if you just put a ear of corn on the grill, that's called barbecuing corn.
Yeah.
We
call them barbecues.
That's dumb.
I also think they do in Australia as well. So
you have a grill inside your hob.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway,
no, the hob is on top.
What's the
oven has a grill in, and then the hob is on top.
I'm actually dying. There's part of me that is physically falling away from my head and dying.
Can only hope.
Yuck, yuck. No, you put it on 500-degree grill, and you grill it inside the oven, and it gets super crispy. And here's the best part. You don't need to suffer third-degree grease burns.
Oh, great.
Yeah, try it.
It's not the same.
Bacon.
Should we talk about some games?
He has more in his email we need to discuss.
Okay.
Like Craig's Vague Plague.
I can't believe you can't hear the difference.
I can't. It sounds the same. He's totally sided with me on that.
He is not. He is saying it like me.
Craig.
Vague.
Plague. Vague. Plague.
Not vague.
I didn't
Not
say
plague.
vague.
Not plague. Not crag.
I'm not saying Craig. How are you saying it?
Craig.
Craig. like an egg.
Yeah.
Craig.
Not crag. A crag is something in a rock.
Like the Astro Crag from Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. I feel like that debate's never going to live. Or never
It's
never
really
gonna
never
end.
going to end.
Yeah.
People are going to stop listening in disgust. So, move on.
Daniel.
Hello, Eric.
How are you today?
I'm fine and dandy. How are you?
Quite spiffing.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Jolly good.
Oh, not this shit again.
I feel like my upper lip got sufficiently stiff when I was around Tom for a week.
Oh, yeah.
Suck it in.
That's another penis joke.
And that's almost a full 5.
Ringing a bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Dan,
Hi.
it's your game this week.
It is my game.
I'm just gonna offload this hot pile of garbage directly onto you.
Man, I sent you all a message earlier in the week before you even touched it. I just apologized. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Possibly one of the worst games we've played on the cast so far.
I don't think we've ever had somebody apologize for a game choice.
I feel like you have to with this.
Yeah.
My God. It's it's horrible. I can't even, there's no saving grace, right? I'll say it now. I'm probably the biggest fan of the original Sonic games. I love them. The 2D ones were fantastic. All the way up. I even like Sonic 3D. But this week's game was Sonic Adventure, and I've never actually played it. And even though at the time a lot of people give it really good reviews, this is a game that is not in any way aged well at all. It is atrocious.
Which is interesting because I wanted to make sure that you and I weren't just unjustly slamming this. So I did some reading of both old articles and new. And in its time, it was actually received pretty well, the Dreamcast version.
Like 9s out of 10.
And I'm wondering if that's just because it was a launch title for the Dreamcast and people were still pretty smitten with the Dreamcast itself. Because I didn't have a Dreamcast when they came out. My buddy did, and he had this, and I never played too much of it, but I do remember watching him play through like the opening Emerald Coast level and thinking, that looks really cool. I enjoyed the 2D side-scrolling Sonics. This looks really cool. I mean, you're running towards the screen with this orca whale jumping behind you, busting up the screen. This looks like a really fun game. But that's as far as my memory with the game went. And for the past few years, I've always saw these games on sale. I'm like, I should really pick up Sonic Adventure. And after you sent that message, I almost didn't play it for this week.
There wouldn't be much to talk about if you hadn't.
I would have. We would have just canceled the show.
Yeah, I feel like we should have done. I want my money back because this is a broken pile of hot garbage.
Well, look, here's your original message. I would like to take this opportunity to apologize in advance for Sonic Adventure. This makes Sonic 06 feel like a masterpiece.
Yeah. And I hate Sonic 06.
If you love wonky camera, broken platforming, atrocious voice acting, and terrible game design, you'll love this. Hold on, there's more.
There's no... Oh, is there?
Oh, hold on.
Keep going.
I got to get through the rest of the other crap. Let's see. Hold on. We're talking about eggplants and aubergines.
Oh, God.
This is my favorite. You just out of the blue, like Sonic Adventure is the holy grail or holy trail of atrocious games. Grail, even. It is an absolute pile of wank.
It is.
I'm particularly fond of the shite voice acting.
Oh, man. Don't even get me started about that.
It's so bad. Okay.
That's so bad.
So run us through the story because Mr. Sonic
does it have one?
Yes.
Are you sure?
It makes itself kind of clear about 2/3 of the way through Sonic's adventure when you see that flashback of this burned down village.
Well,
I
think it's important before we start to say on Sonic Adventure, you get to play as Sonic at the start, and you unlock different characters as you go along. Each character has their own campaign and their own abilities and stuff.
And it's implied that you start with Sonic first because it lays the groundwork and the foundation for the story, and then the other characters fill in the gaps of absolutely illogical plot.
See, this kind of game marks the first time that Sonic went into like the normal world where there's humans, which I find extremely odd.
Yeah, I didn't know that he existed in the normal world.
Yeah, like on the originals, it's on planet Morbius, which is obviously there's Dr. Robotnik, but there's no other humans, as far as I know.
Sonic was also redesigned for this game to have longer legs. Did you notice that?
Well, this is like the start of his modern design, isn't it? Where it went away from the smaller, like kind of pot-bellied version you see again in Sonic Generations.
The other ones were meant to be viewed from the side, so you can understand why his character sprite was created that way. But this one, I think, actually this is what I consider to be more traditional Sonic. I think they did a good transition from the 2D to the 3D. But if you look at the Sonic Boom games of recently, people really hated that body style for Sonic, and I don't understand why. It doesn't look all that different.
He's elongated, and then he wears a stupid scarf for no apparent
reason. Well, he's trying to look like Nathan Drake.
Why?
I don't know. Like, how is he? Oh, he is elongated. Okay, I understand why that's ugly.
Yeah, he's got really... And then Knuckles just looks really strange as well, and...
Oh yeah, Knuckles looks real dumb. I didn't think Knuckles was that tall.
He wasn't. They've enlarged him as well.
So
But anyway, Sonic Adventure is... Sonic is... I think he's on vacation, maybe? Or something? In this city?
yes.
What's the city
Off
called?
the
Station
Emerald-
Square?
Yeah,
Station Square?
off of Emerald Coast.
And then randomly he's just wandering around and he gets attacked by a liquid monster called Chaos. And then Robotnik shows up. And apparently he's trying to get the Chaos Emeralds to give to Chaos, which makes him more powerful. And then from this point, you go through a string of different sections. You're in Station Square and there's like hub worlds where you can go to different levels, which are called action stages. The first one's Emerald Coast, which is pretty easy to find, but once you get past that point, the game just kind of doesn't tell you anything. And you kind of have to figure out how to get to these really strange places for the levels. And for some reason, as Sonic, you have to find 2 different keys which unlock the levels. And it makes no sense.
I think it was interesting what they were trying to do with that. They were trying to incorporate audio and visual cues to advance the story, but it just was so poorly done. If you didn't catch it, and they were really subtle, so it'd be a really off comment in a conversation with someone that you had, where it's like, oh, you got to go get check this area, and it wasn't always easy to figure out how to get somewhere.
I think the problem with this is it feels like it's about 4 different games in one.
Yes.
And they've mashed it all together, and it hasn't made a glorious whole. It's just made an absolute pile of wank.
So the actual story, well, actually, I think what they were trying to do with this game was they were trying to emulate Mario's transition to Super Mario 64, because he made a good 3D transition, and they wanted... Because this is Sonic's first 3D adventure outside of 3D Blast, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so like his true third-person camera adventure.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see what they were trying to do with that and respect it. But the actual
I can
story
see that.
is apparently in the distant past with the Echidna tribe. So Knuckles is an Echidna, right?
It's not Echidna.
Echidna, either way. I don't know.
I don't know.
Echidna? Sure, we'll go with that. There is the ruler, Pakakamek, has plans for world domination. There's a shrine. His daughter discovers these Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emeralds, and she meets this entity who's supposed to be peaceful called Chaos, who's a guardian of the emeralds.
Oh, yeah, it's a really peaceful name.
Yeah. As well as KO. I don't know who K... That's what confused me, because it makes references to both. I'm like, were these spelling errors? Like, did somebody just not pick up on that? I don't... Good question.
Well, see, this is the problem. I would love to know the entire story, but because I couldn't physically bring myself to play through this game again as other characters.
We'll get there. I'm going through it. So, she goes back and tells her father and about what she found, and his tribe attacks the shrine and wants to use the emeralds for themselves. However, Chaos transforms into perfect chaos and destroys them, and that's that cutscene you see about 2/3 of the way through the game that just shows up out of nowhere with this burning tribe and this girl looking back at Sonic and saying something. So she then seals herself, or she seals the entity and herself inside the Master Emerald. Then, 3,000 years later, Knuckles is guarding the Master Emerald when Dr. Robotnik shatters it and sets Chaos free.
Okay, right. I got you. Well, I actually saw this bit because I did a bit of Knuckles' campaign, and he's just... The voice acting is so bad.
It's
so
worse than bad. I've seen children's cartoons made by first graders that would probably have better voice acting.
Like, one bit Knuckles just gets thrown down a set of stairs, and he runs back up and he goes, "Hey! No fair!" It just doesn't go with anything, and it's just so bad.
The opening cutscene with Tails plane crashing, he sounds just completely calm about it. He's like, "Oh no, my engine's dying. Look out below." Ah,
yeah, but that's all the way through. The voices do not change in pitch or emotion.
They're so bad. I always forget that Tails is a boy.
Yeah, he is.
They make him look like a little girl.
There's only really Amy who's a girl.
Really? Who the hell's Amy, and when did she enter this?
Sonic CD.
Okay, and who is she? What does she do? What's her purpose?
She's just an annoying girl hedgehog who really loves Sonic.
I love the bit where Sonic gets super annoyed with her.
That's always what happens. Like, he doesn't really like her that much. It's just always there. What I find interesting about Sonic Adventure, though, this is the first time they start calling Robotnik Eggman.
Yeah, what's that all about?
I don't know. What was wrong with Robotnik?
Doctor.
Actually,
what's his first name? Ivo?
Ivo Robotnik, because if you know your Sonic lore, he actually used to be called Ivo Kintobor, and he used to have a machine where he was trying to make Sonic run faster and faster because he used to work with Sonic, and the machine broke, and the power of the Chaos Emeralds transformed him into Dr. Robotnik, which is actually the reverse of Kintobor.
Clever.
So there is some Sonic history for you.
Oh.
I used to have a comic that had that in.
Like the original comics?
I think it was actually more of a book, like a graphic novel.
See, the only Sonic comics I've read were part of that When Worlds Collide series, where they had the
Mega Man thing.
Mega Man comics intersect with the Sonic comics, and Dr. Wily and Dr. Robotnik teamed up.
All right, I've never read them.
Oh, they're super good.
I used to really like Sonic the comic. I used to get it all the time.
It's not terrible. I mean, I enjoy it. So, with the story out of the way, I mean, that's as much as we were really able to glean from it.
Yeah.
God.
Ugh, God.
It's such a bad taste. Okay, so I want to preface it by saying I really wanted to like it. There were some things that I really, really did enjoy. I think they did a great job on some of the levels where there's a real sense of speed, but the controls were so shit that you couldn't smoothly navigate around some of those corners to make it a truly enjoyable experience. So when you hit some of those launch pads and it sends them out flying, those are the best parts because you're not in control. It's just things are happening.
Yeah, the minute you touch your analog stick, you're going off the level probably.
Yeah. Or if you're going down a hill like a bobsled track and you want to kind of weave and get some of the coins, it's so touchy that you'll snap into the wall and immediately lose all sense of speed. And you're like, well, I guess I'll just walk down.
He just ended up on the ceiling for me once. So what's happened there?
I had so many situations where when you hit a launch pad or you hit one of those, one of the springs and it sends you flying, and it as soon as, like you said, as soon as you touch the control pad, he'll just stop where he's at and fall off the screen. Yeah.
Well, that's just the problem with this. It's so broken. I've had multiple times where I've lost a life through no fault of my own. Just the camera gets stuck on something and Sonic falls through the level.
See, the only time I really had an issue with the camera hanging on things was towards the end of the game when you were in the final stage of the Mystic Ruins where you're going through some really tight caverns. That was it. Mm-hmm. Other than that, the camera was fine.
I thought it was atrocious. Really not responsive and just getting stuck on everything. It's just, I really, like you did, I really wanted to like this, but because playing it now, when you've never played it before with no nostalgia, it's not good.
He does have some pretty cool skills, though. Like the light speed dash that you use to get across long distances with coins, that was pretty neat.
Rings, dearest.
Coins.
Rings. Mario's coins. Yeah, but again, takes too long to charge up. And
did you not get the skill that makes it faster?
Yes, okay. But it's still cumbersome.
There was only one part that I really found it frustrating, and that was in the hotel where it was optional, but you had to press a button to open a door, and then you had to quickly get over and launch yourself across the way using the rings and get through that door before it closed.
Did you visit the Chow Garden?
No.
There's a place in the hotel called a Chow Garden where you can rescue.
CHAO?
Yeah, where you can rescue these crazy little things called chows, and I don't know what the point is.
You can earn emblems from them, can't you?
I don't know.
And what were those emblems about? I kept thinking they were lives. I'm like, I have like 15 lives, and I looked down.
I think it was it's rescuing the creatures which are inside the badniks.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I don't understand is I started to realize that about halfway through the game that I'm collecting creatures. What's up with this?
If you take them to the Chow Garden, they come out and you can put them there.
That's it?
Yep. I don't know what it was there for. I couldn't be bothered to find out. I just wanted to finish it.
It sounds pointless.
It is pointless. Again, this is another mishmash of ideas. And then there's the casino level where there's like the weird pinball thing.
Oh, that was so bad. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't very hard. So I kept like, man, do I need to keep doing this? And at one point I had 500 or 600 coins from one pinball game and 3 balls left. Rings, sorry.
Yeah, and then I finally realised you have to fill up that vault to access whatever it is you collect in the emeralds or something.
I thought I had to get the coins all the way to the top, so I dumped like 600 in. I went, wow, that's not full. And I went back and got another 600 and came back.
Did nothing.
It did nothing. I'm like, oh, God, I could have just jumped up here.
Yep. Oh, man.
The Red Mountain level I was telling you, for some reason I got to the end of that, and part of me was like, that was pretty fun.
I didn't like that level at all. I don't know what you're on about.
I thought it was really good platforming. It wasn't one of those where the camera could get hung up on a lot of stuff, so I think that's what made it a little bit more enjoyable.
What I didn't like about the levels is they're just like, there's no reason for the levels. They're just like, they just don't make any sense.
Yeah, they just exist for the sake of existing. They don't fit within the scope of a world.
No. Like the one when you have to get a key card to go in a building, and then suddenly you're on a like speedway in the sky and running down skyscrapers.
Yeah.
So what's that about?
Who would build a building that large?
I don't know. It's the biggest building in the world. And when you look at it in Station Square, it's tiny.
Yeah.
So there's just no continuity across it, and I just feel like there's so much about it that could have been improved upon
what
and made better.
What about the flight sim stages?
Oh yeah, I didn't mind them.
Oh, I thought
I found the aiming system weird.
You know how I beat them?
By pressing square?
Sat in the middle, didn't move the plane at all, and just kept tapping A. Because the only enemies that can hit you will fly directly into you.
Yeah.
Plus, I thought it was hilarious that Tails has this airplane to fly Sonic around that only has one seat, so Sonic just stands on the back of it.
Yeah, I love how he goes, "Get in, Sonic!" Sonic just stands on it. My favourite bit was when Sonic falls out of the plane and falls back down to Earth and just bounces off the floor and is fine.
Yeah.
So what's that about? Even though if you plunge off a small cliff during a level, he will die.
I'm trying to think of what were some of the other levels. There's the ice cap level.
Oh, man. Bad again.
Bad again.
The thing with that where you have to grab onto the icicles and shufty round them to jump to the next ice. Oh, there was a section on this ice cap level where you had to go across them icicles, get up to the top, and then there was a boost pad to go around a loop.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I was doing it, 3 times I had to do this. Sonic went round this loop, got stuck, and fell back down at the bottom of the level. Like, oh, so irritating.
The first level, the Emerald Coast level, by far was the best one. I feel like they just launched out with a bang and then just kind of went, all right, we're out of ideas.
Yeah. And there was, what else was there?
There was Red Mountain, there was Ice Cap, there was Speedway.
Park.
Inside his, the egg carrier.
Yeah, that sucked as well. There was the Lost World level.
I didn't like the Lost World level with the
with
water.
The snake things. It was weird.
Yeah, that one was just completely accidental that I beat it. If you stayed underwater too long, would he die?
I don't know. I didn't stick around to find out. There's a lava level as well as that Red Mountain.
Yeah, I liked that one.
I didn't really like any of them.
He's like, get me done with this shit.
Been thoroughly disappointed with this game. I'm going to go back and play Sonic 06 just to make myself feel better.
Would you say this is worse?
Yeah,
Really?
really. That Sonic 06 was terrible.
Is there a good 3D Sonic
Yes, Sonic Generations.
on the DS?
It came out for DS and also PS3, Xbox. But the 3DS version has exclusive stages
How is Sonic Generations better?
because it basically on Sonic Unleashed they made a really good 3D Sonic system where he can run like really fast, but it controls really well. Like when you're running straight, instead of controlling it with the analog stick, you can use L1 and R1 to switch between lanes.
Yeah.
So and then you just move really fast, and the really like breakneck levels where you do go really quickly and they're really well designed. But then on Sonic Unleashed, they ruined this by having basically there's two levels on Sonic Unleashed. There's the daytime and nighttime levels, and during the day you do the boost, like the really good fast running things. Then they ruined it by having the werehog sections where it turned into a fighting game on the night. And in Sonic Generations, they just continued the daytime levels. So you had classic Sonic stages remade, including Speed Highway of Sonic Adventure.
Okay.
So they remade those, and it just works really well, and they are fantastic. Like you've got Green Hill Zone of 1, and then Chemical Plant of 2,
Ooh.
and places like that, and Sky Sanctuary of Sonic and Knuckles, and other places like that. And then on Sonic Generations as well, it also has a 2D Sonic level where you play as the original Sonic.
Okay.
So every stage has Act 1 and Act 2. Act 1 you do with modern Sonic, which is the full 3D. Act 2 is normal, like the first Sonic, and it's in 2D.
But it's the same level.
No, the levels are different.
Oh. That actually sounds pretty good.
It was very good, and I think they should have done another one and just not bothered with the Sonic Boom stuff. But I think it's Sonic's 25th anniversary this year, so they may have something they're going to announce.
They just announced Sonic Boom, Fire and something.
No, that was already announced.
Yesterday.
It was already announced, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right, because it was supposed to be last fall that it came out.
Okay. Well, nobody liked the last Sonic Boom, so I don't hold that much hope.
It's too bad.
But modern Sonic games are a mishmash of good and bad ideas. Same as this one.
It's just weird that he struggled so much to make that 3D transition.
But people still buy them.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
Because there are people like you that just love Sonic.
Yeah, but I haven't bought like Sonic Boom and stuff like that because reviewed really badly. I've been burned many times. So.
Yeah.
But Sonic Generations, I would quite happily put in my PS3 now and play again. I mean, that's a good game.
How much is it right now? Do you know?
Probably quite cheap. I think you'd like it.
I need to get the bad taste of Sonic Adventure out of my mouth.
Go play the originals.
No thanks.
Oh, man.
I'll go play Mega Man.
Again
for the 1,000th time.
So, I don't think there's anything much else to say about the shit show that is Sonic Adventure.
Did you do any of the other character stuff besides Knuckles?
I know. I couldn't bring myself to.
I did big.
Did you?
So, I'd say going into the last cutscene of the game, this giant cat comes out of nowhere, and he just yells, "Froggy, where are you?" And that's the only time it comes in. Like, what the hell is this? So I wanted to figure out what that was. So when I got to the end of the game, I went back to the character select and saw Big the cat and went, oh, I need to see what this guy's all about. So I clicked into him, and his whole story arc is him trying to rescue his frog that was captured by chaos. And all you do is go to different levels and fish for Froggy.
Oh, God.
That's it.
See, on Knuckles' levels, you have to find segments of the emeralds. The Master Emerald's been broken, and Knuckles has to find the pieces.
See, and I kind of like how all of that ties together. I think it's a great concept, just very poorly executed.
I feel it would be better if they seamlessly transitioned into other characters rather than having a selection.
Yeah, because it does feel very broken.
Yeah, because you could easily play them out of order, and then you would be completely confused by the storyline. But say if it had a couple of Sonic levels, then transitioned over to Knuckles doing what he's doing, then, or if you had the selection to do so.
Yeah, just make it chronological. Like this part happened, then this. And,
Yeah,
that'd be good, but they didn't. They had a Sonic Adventure 2.
which apparently suffers from the same problems as this one.
Ooh. What was in the DX version? Do you know?
The DX version includes extra missions, but I have no desire to play this game any longer than I have to.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I put it in last night to try something else, and I just went, I'm done with this.
Yeah, I was playing Knuckles, and then I think I fell through the level again, and I just went, you know what, fuck this.
I don't want to waste my time on it.
No.
It's okay, Dan. We all choose bad games from time to time.
I need to apologize again for this one. Again, if you love Sonic Adventure, please write in and tell us why, because I see no redeeming qualities in this game. I want to, as a big Sonic fan, but I have to say this is a bad game.
Yes. I think I could. I want to say I see how people could like it in its time because it was new and it was fresh, but it just it doesn't hold up at all.
But say if you went back and played Mario 64, that's still reasonably decent.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could. So, I forgot to tell you, I bought Link Between Worlds today.
Nice. Oh man, I cannot.
For a mere 15 English pounds.
I can't wait to hear your thoughts on the end of it.
I'm going to be playing it when I go to Australia. So
not for another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You could have it done by then.
I don't want to. It's my plane journey game.
You'll probably have it done on the plane.
Probably. But I'm going to see if I can get something else to play as well, I think.
I thought you were going to play a new Pokemon. Oh, wait, it's not out. That's right.
It's not out, is it? How is your Pokemon adventure going? Have you had any time this week?
Oh, God. I barely had time to play Sonic Adventure. Okay. I didn't start playing this until Thursday night.
Wow.
Yeah, I had zero time because we were in Vegas last weekend, and then Monday we were on the road all day from the Grand Canyon. Tuesday I showed him around Phoenix, and we had a barbecue, and then Wednesday showed him a little bit more of Phoenix, and then we went to my friend's house for another barbecue, and they had s'mores.
Is that all you eat?
Mm-hmm. And then Thursday, we went to Sedona and went hiking and came back and went to a hockey game. And Friday, they left.
Okay.
So I had
you showed them a good time.
Zero time for games this week, except...
That's probably for the best, because I think you might have killed yourself if you kept playing this one.
How long did it take you to beat Sonic's story?
A few hours.
I think I clipped in at about 4.5.
Something like that. I mean, I was playing it very fragmented because it was just getting on my tits.
Yeah, I think it did it in 3 sittings. I
was really looking forward to it while it was downloading as well on my shit internet, waiting about 3 hours. And then I finally played it and I was like, oh, this is so bad.
I have my $5 back.
£3.49 that cost me.
Oh, sorry. All right, Dan.
Hello.
Next week.
What are we doing next week?
We need to get some clarification from Jess, because she's
still not picked.
Well, she has Mario Golf / tennis. There's a lot of Mario Golf games. And a lot of Mario Tennis games.
Jess, you were meant to pick one game. It's not hard.
Yeah, we can't just pick an entire series.
God's sake.
Damn it. Should we just decide for her?
Yeah, let's play something else.
Yeah, let's play. Can we carry a show with those 2 games?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Put my pick in instead for
What's
a
your
few
pick?
weeks' time. It is Heart of Darkness on PS1.
Heart of Darkness. What the hell is Heart of Darkness?
Ah, you're in for a treat. This was a great game. It's like kind of an old adventure game.
I do remember this. You and I tried playing this a while ago.
Did we?
I think we may have already done this on the show, to be honest.
Oh.
Let's double check. Do the old search on the site. I really think we did it. Heart of Darkness. We did it.
Oh.
Wait, no. I don't know. I'll look. We'll have to figure out the scheduling thing. I have no idea what we're going to be playing for next week. And then on the 3rd, we have to do our Undertale with Matt Ernie.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Because you leave for Australia
10th.
on the 10th,
Yep.
and you'll be gone for 3 weeks.
Yes.
4 shows.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, good.
Thank you. I'm the one who consistently shows up,
Yeah, I know.
so there probably won't be any shows.
Or it'll be just me and Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think...
Hey, what?
What?
What, Thomas?
Yamas? Daniel,
Hello.
where can we find you on Twitter?
You can find me on the Gosh Darn Twitter at Gosh Darn Frosted Love. Where can we find you on the Gosh Darn Twitter?
You can find me at The Honest Pizza.
Oh, the honest pizza.
If you want to follow
You
us...
the honest of all. There, you won't find any honest pizzas here. We only do Gosh Darn cheeseburgers.
What about a cheeseburger pizza?
No, it's only Gosh Darn cheeseburgers.
What about a pizza cheeseburger?
No, it's Gosh Darn cheeseburgers. I'm sick of telling you. Edna, tell him a penis joke. For God's sake.
Bad, calm yourself. You're going to have another stroke.
I already had one, bitch.
I was just going to say, I love the I don't care if your hip popped out, bitch.
I don't care if your hip popped out, bitch. Fetch me a gosh darn cheeseburger. Crawl along the floor if you have to.
Oh, man. If you want to follow us at Factory _Sealed, Facebook.com/Factory Sealed, or you want to show us your support on Patreon.
Patreon.
We're still waiting for Brianna Miller to contact us for her copy of Red Faction.
She contacted us on Twitter.
About winning the game?
Yeah,
Oh.
she said, I've won and I've never played Red Faction before, so contact her on Twitter.
Twitter.
Oh, Twitter!
We have
Go
some new
to-
reviews
go
on
to Twitter.
iTunes, Dan. Do you have those handy?
I do not, but I shall get them for you, my good woman.
I think I have them. Actually, I've got them already.
Oh, shit!
If you like us, which I think some of you do, we could use some more reviews on iTunes. For some reason, beyond my comprehension, one of our first reviews is still hanging out at number 1, even though it's almost 4 years old now.
Who knows?
Understandably, at the time, there may have been valid points within the review, but clearly we've changed.
Just a bit. We've got an entirely new cast and
Yeah.
all kinds. So
Peter Panda gave us a good old 5-star review saying, these guys make me laugh every time I listen to them. They talk random topics at the beginning, but then get to the meat of the game. It's a mix of everything. I do enjoy their humor without the U. Humor.
humor.
It's our good color.
I assume this is our good fan Peter Guzman, who often comments on our stuff. So thank you, Peter. We really appreciate that one.
Yeah, he's pretty active.
Yes.
We have another one from, I'm assuming this is Matt Ernie, because it says
Yes,
from
Ernie.
Ernium.
Inium.
Welcome to the roller coaster of fun called Factory Sealed. It's a good description. I like that.
It is. You should work. You should have my job.
I should have your job?
He should have my job.
Oh. Their roots are tied to playing, reviewing, and sharing their experiences with retro gaming. In between the ups, downs, and loop-de-loops of gaming talk, you'll be forcefully flung to the side with centripetal force that is their playful banter. Their jokes and life stories are what will grow on you and keep you coming back for more. It's like hanging out with friends.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Oh, diddums.
We also have one from Jeffrey Wachter. Is that how you say it?
Is that new?
Well, it was March the 9th.
Oh.
And he was also give us 5 stars and said, funny hosts with good banter. A great podcast covering the mix of old and new games. The hosts are funny, which makes even the off-topic intros well worth a listen. Yeah, just a bit. And he is basically Jess's biggest fan, and he says, Jess is so awesome, and I am sure you will enjoy her witty humour and lovely Canadian accent as much as I do.
Oh, Jess has an internet friend.
Jess has a friend!
Ah.
We just take the piss because we're jealous.
Yeah, nobody writes anything good about us.
Well, actually, somebody a while back said, the way Dan picks at Eric has me laughing in my car like an idiot. Which is a personal favourite.
That is good. Yeah, we could use more reviews if you want to send us some reviews.
Yes, we would love you very much if you did.
Also, we're going to start putting polls on our website, factory-seal.com, like, are you a sitter or a stander? Or we'll have a category for other, and we'll just leave that up to our imagination.
Oh, no.
I also want to put a poll out there to find out what population of people are still caveman enough to use invert on first-person shooter controls.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, you would be the first selection for yes.
I'll be the only selection for yes.
I haven't evolved past...
There's nothing wrong with inverting. Leave it alone.
On flight sims, there isn't.
Oh, shut up.
But when you want to look up, Dan, what button do you press to look up?
Sideways.
Okay. you give your controls just a counterclockwise turn.
Square.
I like to press L2 for up, and I press the PlayStation button for down.
I'm actually holding the controller backwards when I'm playing.
You know what we didn't talk about?
What?
PlayStation VR.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've got
ridiculously expensive.
No way. No way.
It costs the same as a console.
Okay. Let's take a step back and pretend we're not idiots for a second. Have you made the step back?
No, it's not possible.
Okay. So let's stay right where we are, understanding that we're idiots.
Yep.
Okay. The VR industry is very expensive at the moment. With the Oculus, not only is that unit, $650, you also need a minimum of $1,000 to $1,200 computer to run it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The
Yes.
PlayStation VR is only $349.
Yes,
And you only need a PlayStation to run it.
That's still a lot of money.
Great. Then don't buy it.
I'm not going to.
I'm going to buy it. I'm pre-ordering one on Tuesday.
Really?
Yes. The complete package.
I do not think this is going to catch on at all.
Dude, I bought a 3D TV when those first came out, and you saw where that went.
Yeah, down the shitter.
Fuck. I've literally never used the 3D on my TV.
No.
I do it, and like my friends come over, and they're like, "Oh, you have a 3D TV? What's that look like?" And we try it out. We're like, "Yep, shit."
Look at like with the Wii remote, Kinect, the PS Move. What else is flop? PS Vita. They've all flopped.
You can go sit on it. PS Vita is not a flop.
It is.
Dude, I play my Vita all the time.
Yeah, but you're in the minority.
Yeah. So I had a question about the PlayStation VR because they put out a bundle pack that comes with everything. Well, I want to pull up the picture because I think there's something wrong with it, or at least wrong with the picture. Because do you need that little the PlayStation Move controller thumbstick, because the picture shows two of the actual PlayStation Move wands.
See, this is the problem with this. You can't just use the PlayStation VR. You need, on top of the actual headset, you need the PlayStation camera, which was included with some PS4s, and you also need Move controllers.
Yeah.
So that's extra expenditure.
Well, that was my question, though. Do you need two Move controllers, or do you need one of the thumbstick controllers?
See, on PS Move, when I used to have a PS3, you used to be able to use your DualShock 3 and use the analog stick on there. I played through Heavy Rain doing that. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't brilliant, but that was another waste of money.
I don't know. I like to jump in on early adoption stuff. So, I mean, at $500, that's a pretty low entry price.
I'm going to see how it goes first and see if there's anything worth getting.
The thing is, with things like this, there needs to be early adopters.
I think VR is something you need to experience. Like, personally, I don't like the idea of sitting with a headset on all day playing a game.
No, neither do I, but...
I mean, I think it would be cool for a while, but I think the novelty would wear off. And I'm very just like, I like to play on my TV. Just sit, play on TV. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but you could, like, when Crystal wants to sit and watch her girly shows, you could just drop this thing on and just drool in the corner.
Looking around the room like a goo.
I don't know. I think...
I can't wait for the inevitable accidents.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, when people were destroying their HD TVs with the Wii controllers, God, that was funny.
I don't understand how, but...
Well, and then Nintendo had to release or send out those stronger wrist straps because apparently they were breaking. It's like, how hard are you swinging this thing?
I know. Then, of course, there was Kinect, where you had to rearrange your entire living room to actually get it to work.
Well, Kinect, I had a feeling Kinect was going to be shit from the get-go.
So, yeah, I got that, and I was really excited by it, and I thought it was awesome at first, and then I just gradually started to realize this is atrocious.
So you think that with all of these new innovations in gaming, it's ultimately going to come back to the core concept of video games being a leisure sport where people just want to sit on the couch and not do anything?
Yeah, it's a gimmick. Will be around for a while, and then people will play it and gradually. But I think as we go forward, people will just want better games.
I think the one thing that's going to be interesting to see how they handle it is, the space that it takes to utilize these. Because did you ever see that goofy contraption that they made for Oculus Rift to?
Oh, the treadmill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are they going to have the Move controller where you use the joystick to move your character and then your head is the camera? So that if you're playing a first-person shooter, if you want to turn around, do you physically have to turn your body around? And then what's that going to do for the cables that you're connected to? Like, you're going to get yourself super twisted up.
I think this is the problem, because I think you'll have a feeling of disconnect, because you'll feel like you're in that world, but you won't have any control over your body, which is where it gets odd.
Oh, yeah, like if you were to move your arm, it wouldn't really have any effect.
It comes back to the whole uncanny valley thing, doesn't it, where you would be really disoriented because you would feel like you were absorbed completely in this universe, but then you would not be able to move, so you would be trying to move with your body in the real world, but you wouldn't be moving like in the game world. So
do you think this might just transition into a device that is utilized as a gaming screen? Where people just put it on and they play games on it that way, and then the head motion aspect of it becomes a little bit of a gimmick?
Well, I think it limits the kind of games you can play on it as well, to a certain extent.
I don't know. I mean, I'll be interested.
I'm interested to see how it plays out, but at the moment I'm skeptical. So
now you've made me skeptical.
Sorry.
I was
just
really
trying to save you a bit of money.
Yeah, that's true. Apparently it's going to come with a package of 5 VR games. One of them called London Heist.
But they won't be very good, though, will they?
I don't know. VR Luge.
Ugh.
Dude, that sounds so sweet.
Sounds rubbish.
No way. You know what comes out in a couple weeks, Dan?
What?
The Ratchet.
Dark Souls.
I thought Dark Souls was this week. I was super annoyed because I was looking at some release dates, and it has Dark Souls 3 listed as March 24th.
When is the release date?
April 12th.
Do you know what else comes out this week?
What?
Batman versus Superman.
Oh, shit! Really?
Yeah, on Friday.
I think we have to go see that. See, this is why I wish we all lived local. We could go do shit like this together.
Well, move.
If anything, Tom is moving here.
Well, I'll come live in your house.
Yeah, we'll have a big enough house by then.
Cool.
Ratchet and Clank comes out in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I saw it up for pre-order in the shops today, and it was only £25.
The
So I was
game?
confused. Yeah,
Is it not a full remake of the first?
I'm sure it is.
Because I was in Target yesterday and I saw a demo unit of some kid playing Ratchet and Clank on a PS4. I'm like, is that the demo of the actual game?
I don't know.
The movie comes out soon too.
Yeah, they're not selling at full price.
Wow. I need to know when it comes out April 29th. The movie.
See, I'm away for both Dark Souls and
Oh. I'll be sure to send you messages about how good it is.
Yeah, Dark Souls release date, March the 24th. That's this week.
No, it's not. Not if you go to GameStop. Because March 24th is a Thursday, which makes no sense. But if you go to GameStop or you go to Amazon, it shows April 12th.
March the 24th
On where?
on Wikipedia.
I don't think that's right. Because when is a game ever released on a Thursday?
Doesn't matter anymore. They're released whenever they want now. With Dark Souls 3, what's annoyed me about the promotion for it is they've revealed too much.
See, and I've purposely not looked at anything.
Yeah, because the beauty of Dark Souls is the sense of discovery.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've watched loads of videos about it and stuff, what is the point?
Yeah,
It's
that's
just,
true.
I think they've lost what it was. And just, I mean, Dark Souls will sell itself.
I'd like to know
At
when
this
the actual release date is, though, because
It's the 24th,
it's
you
not,
goon.
though.
It is.
Look at GameStop.
I don't buy from GameStop.
I don't think you're right. I know
Yeah,
it says
I'm
that
right.
on Google, but here, April 12th. If we go to IGN, let's look. I think you're wrong.
12th of April.
Yeah, just told you.
Huh?
That's what I just told you.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's really strange.
It's okay.
Is it being delayed?
I don't know. That's the weird thing. It's like, why is it two different dates? But
Who knows?
either way, I've got other shit to play through. Tom and I are finishing up Pope Lacroix to do that final show the week he gets back. And then I bought the new Pope Lacroix game for 3DS when we were in Vegas.
All right, I didn't know there was a new one.
Yeah, it's called Story of Season. Return to Pope Lacroix, A Story of Seasons. Not to be confused with a game called Story of Seasons.
Well, I thought this through.
Correct. But it seems to be a blending of the two games, to be honest. Because it's got traditional Pope Lacroix gameplay and story in it, alongside Story of Seasons farming simulation.
Okay.
Which sounds super cool. But apparently it takes place...
Super dull.
No, it sounds awesome. You can shut up.
I will shut up, son.
You just shut your goddamn mouth.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
We really got sidetracked from ending the show.
Yeah, we were meant to end the show about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. But, okay, well, with that, I don't think we have anything else. We'll try to figure out what the hell we're playing next week. I thought we were supposed to be playing Harvest Moon soon. Oh wait, that's
baby.
that's in May because I'm a baby. We'll figure something out. We'll have Jess put up a new game, provided she'll be here. If she's not going to be here, we'll pick a game for her. Or
Yes.
if you want to shoot us a message on Twitter, Facebook, tell us what to play. Maybe we'll throw it out to fans this week.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's throw up a message on Facebook and Twitter and say, Jess picked a really bad game.
Off you go then.
We need your advice. Daniel,
Hello.
thanks for showing up today.
It's quite all right.
I
enjoy this.
appreciate-
I enjoy this shit.
This is shit, but everything that's nice is shite.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, until next week, bye-bye.
Toodle pip.